Morning again, it's Miriam, and I'm here to talk about which film I preferred, or at least which one I found more touching regarding the lives of the others and downfall. Um, I really liked both of them a lot, and I decided to go with the lives of others because I thought it was a really effective way of showing how East Berliners dealt with the Stasi. Downfall was more about, the last days of Hitler in his bunk, which is really interesting, but I'm not really sure if Minus Trudel's interview demonstrated as well just how people would deal with that. I thought a really good scene that just showed what things were like back then in the lives of others is when, let me see if I can find it in my notes here. Oh, it's, I think, 2 years after the Berlin Wall falls. And Draymond is at a performance of his play and he runs into ex-minister Hempf, who clearly survived politically well. I mean, he's not in jail. He hasn't suffered any type of consequences. And Draymond asks him why his apartment was never bugged. And Hempf just kind of insults him about his impotence with his girlfriend, Krista, and assures him that his home was thoroughly bugged and tells him about Operation Laszlo, which was, to try to find some incriminating evidence about him. And then, Draymond checks the light switches and finds all of the wiring that the Stasi were using to monitor him. And, I just thought the scene in which he finds out that all along, when he was just so sure that he was above suspicion during that era, and that realization that not only was he being monitored, but that it was Hempf that was the one that kept on trying to seduce his girlfriend. And also, as well as the scene where he goes through the documents, the documents about the operation, he discovers that it was actually a Stasi agent who saved him from being incriminated and thrown into prison. I don't know, I felt like that was a really good way to sum up not only, the corruption and also just the extent of the Stasi within Berlin, but when Draymond is reading through the documents and finds out just what happened in that time and his way of coping with it by writing a book and dedicating it to, I think, Wesley, I think is a really great example of showing how Germans dealt with their past. So in this case, obviously, Georg is still, suffering through grief because of the death of Christa Maria. But he also learns that while originally he tried to be as loyal to the party in general, but, he's obviously tested and put into situations where he's forced to question his loyalties. And so that realization that someone was actually looking out for him is just really powerful. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Guess I'll talk to you guys later.